Riot just confirmed that Valorant's next update dropping November 11th will overhaul Harbor completely, but here's the twist. That rework sets the stage for something much bigger, Agent 30. And based on Riot's release path and developer comments and world building clues, we already know their role, region and even the likely release window. So let's break it all down. But first, here's a small leak that ties everything together. Riot Games will have the equivalent of a Riot Can Buddy in their new Riftbound League of Legends TCG in the form of a buff card. If you come across a writer in game or even IRL and you are a positive force in the community, you might just be gifted one. It's a fun Easter egg, but it also says something bigger. Riot's connecting every game under one identity, fast-paced, team-driven and aggressively rewarding, and that same mindset is exactly what's shaping Agent 30. Alright, let's start with the big question. What role will Agent 30 be? A lot of players think Claude dropped back in March 2024. That's almost 2 years ago, so maybe it's time for another controller. Yeah, not exactly. Riot's releasing a massive Harbor rework in patch 11.10 literally next week. And whenever Riot overhauls a controller that counts as major new content for that role, they wouldn't follow it up with another controller right after. That had completely overshadowed Harbor's comeback. But here's the even bigger reason. During their Future of Valorant developer update, Riot confirmed that 2026's design focus is all about making the game more aggressive, faster pacing, stronger engagement tools, and fewer slow tempo agents. That alone tells us Agent 30 won't be a controller. So if not a controller, what are the odds on the other roles? Not a Sentinel, we just got Vito in October and Wise in 2024, that's 3 Sentinels in less than 2 years. Could it be a duelist? Possible, but Vele dropped in March 2025, only 7 months ago. Riot rarely stacks hyper-offensive duelists that close together. That leaves one clear answer: Initiator. Think about it, the last Initiator was Tejo, launched in January 2025. By the time Agent 30 arrives, there's a clean 13 to 14 month gap. The current meta leans heavily on Sentinels and Duelists, so the game needs a role that can break setups and push tempo, and that's exactly what an Initiator does. Let's check the bigger picture. 8 agents in total, 1 controller, 2 Duelists, 2 Initiators, 3 Sentinels. Riot's pattern is consistent, they never repeat the same class twice in a row. So with Harbor's rework already filling the controller's load and Vito closing the Sentinel cycle, so the next agent almost definitely fits Riot's aggressive play vision. An Initiator with offensive utility that pushes fights, not slows them down. Let's talk region, because Riot's cultural rotation pattern is as consistent as their role rotation. Here are the last 5 agents by origin. That covers every major region except a few. We haven't seen a new agent from Eastern Europe since the early Sova Cypher era. Middle East is still uncovered. Oceania never represented. North Asia, Korea, Japan missing for years. So who's next in line? Given Riot's trend of mixing tech and regional culture, 3 realistic calendars stand out. South Korea fits their futuristic aggressive push perfectly, could bring EMP drones, holographic recon tools or anti-utility pulses. Eastern Europe, industrial disruptor theme may be radar or signal jamming gadgets. Australia, New Zealand, scout or recon based kit inspired by wildlife and harsh terrain tech. If we follow Riot's futuristic aggressive pattern seen in ISO, Tejo and Vele, South Korea makes the most sense, especially for an Initiator with tactical gadgets designed to break defenses and fuel fast engagements. Now for the timing, and this part lines up perfectly with Riot's release rhythm. Riot's average gap between agents lately is around 5 months. Tejo, Vele, Vito all follow that pattern. So with Vito dropping in October 2025, that gives us around 4 months in February 2026 or around 5 months in March 2026. That's your target zone. And since Harbor's rework hits on November 11th, Riot will wait about 6 to 8 weeks before teasing the next agent, meaning we will likely see teaser late January 2026, reveal trailer early February during a VCT event, full release in mid-February 2026 with episode 11 Act 2. That matches Riot's usual cadence, leaving Harbor's rework room to breathe more before the next hype cycle begins. So if you want a new Agent 30 concept video, comment below, I can make that for you next. And don't forget to subscribe for more Valorant breakdowns